Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do your February the 19th just for today in a meditation. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com or leave a message down below in the comments, and I will respond as soon as I see it. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. I am still recovering and wanted to get this meditation out for you so that you can have it. So bear with me, okay? The title is Reservations. Relapse is never an accident. Relapse is a sign that we have a reservation in our program. That is taken from the basic text, page 79. A reservation is something we set aside for future use. In our case, a reservation is the expectation that if such and such happens, we will surely relapse. What event do we expect will be too painful to bear? Maybe we think that if a spouse or a lover leaves us, we will have to get high. If we lose our job, surely we think we will use. Or maybe it's the death of a loved one that we expected to be unbearable. In any case, the reservations we harbor give us permission to use when they come true, as they often do. We can prepare ourselves for success instead of relapse by examining our expectations and altering them where we can. Most of us carry within us a catalog of anticipated misery closely related to our fears. We can learn how to survive pain by watching other members live through similar pain. We can apply their lessons to our expectations. Instead of telling ourselves we will have to get high if this happens, we can quietly reassure ourselves that we too can stay clean through whatever life brings us today. Just for today, I will check for any reservations that may endanger my recovery and share them with another addict. Let me repeat that for you. I will check for any reservations that may endanger my recovery and share them with another addict. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Well, my opinion about this meditation, my thoughts about it, really come down to this one thought. A lot of times we have reservations and we forget that we have them. Let me repeat that. A lot of times we have reservations and we forget that we have them. It's very common for us to have a reservation about losing a loved one or a relationship ending and thinking, I will never be able to survive that. If my mother passes away, how will I survive that? If my father passes, how will I survive that? If my lover, my husband or wife leaves me, divorces me, how will I survive that? How can I stay clean through the loss of a child? We have these reservations in our head, right? They're in the back of our head, in the back of our minds. And a lot of times we don't even speak them out. They're there and we forget that we have them. At one point in time, we acknowledged them, but we forgot to cancel the reservation. It's just like a hotel room. You are going to a convention and you reserve a room. for your stay. You reserve that hotel room for future use. And it may be a whole year away from the time that you're planning to attend. And they ask for you to make a down payment on that to hold that room. They want to know for sure that you're invested. It's the same thing with our reservations in a negative sense. We have to invest in them in some kind of way so that the reservation, the thought, right, that I will use if I lose this or this happens, actually comes to pass. And the down payment on it is the first time that you ever think it and you allow it to not be exposed. When you have a reservation or you have a negative thought like that, you need to check that reservation in. You need to share that with someone so that they know that you're thinking this way and they can help you. They can absolutely help you, be there for you. The worst reservations are the ones that are kept to ourselves. Think about that. Those reservations that you have and you said, I will never be able to survive this. And you haven't shared them with a sponsor, you haven't shared them with a friend, you haven't shared them with anyone. Those are the reservations that you seem to have forgotten that you made them. You invested in them by allowing them to stay with you without exposing them to the light. And so, what will happen is when those things occur, which we know death is a common thing, part of life, right? Losing relationships is a part of life. So, inevitably, some of these things will actually take place. And lo and behold, when they do, because you've already invested in this reservation, you've already held this particular space for you to use, you will go ahead and pick up. That's usually how it works with a reservation. However, today, I'm encouraging you to pick up the telephone and cancel the reservation. The way that you cancel the reservation, so you make sure that you don't have to pay a price that you're unwilling to pay or can't pay, or back yourself up into a corner that you cannot get out of clean, is you pick up the phone and you cancel the reservation. And the way you cancel it is to tell another person what you've been thinking about a situation. And then allow the therapeutic value of one addict helping another being without parallel. Allow that therapeutic value to be your asset. Now I have to close, but I will return for the spiritual principle a day for February 19th. I love you guys. Thank you for listening and have a beautiful day on purpose.